Hey Smart Scout, this video today is for anybody who offers a service to Amazon sellers. This is primarily going to be using the sellers tool, so we're just going to dive right in. This is one of the only tools that has restrictions based on your subscription package, so we'll get into that. We'll show you which ones they are, and if you don't need them, feel free to stick with the smaller package. The ones that are restricted are these monthly growth filters. So 1, 3, 6, 12, and then these filters here, the growth count, are for reviews. The rate at which the company is getting reviews. So if we'll go through how those work, but if you don't think that you need those, then chances are pretty good that the starter will work out just fine for you. The other feature is being able to export your results. There is more information that's available in the Excel spreadsheet, and we'll take a look at that as well. So when we're doing our searches, you can look for a specific seller if you have somebody in mind. The seller ID is this here. It's kind of like an ASIN for the seller, so it's unique. Chances are you don't actually know anyone's seller ID, but if you do, this is the guaranteed way to get the exact right person. Categories, I would be careful filtering with this, just because people can end up in pretty much any category. You pick the one based on where you start selling. So Amazon.com, a small little company, you probably never heard of them. They started with books. I think that's actually a pretty well-known thing, that they started out as just to be the best bookseller, and now they sell everything on the planet. And you're going to find that a lot as you look through these other sellers, that there's companies that just don't seem to fit in their category. So as you're searching, I'd just be careful using the categories. And then we have these options for revenue, the number of brands they offer, ASINs that they offer, and of course, as we mentioned, the way to look at their growth. So the way that you would use these filters just depends on what you're offering. If we, look at these top few sellers here, we can see that there's a lot of different ways that even the very best sellers can run their business. So there's different amounts of percent fulfilled by Amazon. The top seller right now fulfills almost nothing. We can look at their products here. So their top selling stuff is turf. Looks like they pretty exclusively sell turf. And they're a California company, so that kind of makes sense. Here out west, we've got a pretty bad water situation, so lots of people ripping out real grass and putting in the fake stuff so that you don't have to water it. We can look even more specifically by clicking on these icons here on the left, and then we have the tabs available so that we can go back and forth. Yeah, so they really only sell this one brand. So the types of things, if you told me, Jake, you have to sell something to each of these top 10 people. Well, if somebody doesn't do very much through FBA, they're definitely always looking to improve their storage and warehousing. They're looking to improve their shipping costs because they're not using discounted Amazon shipping. So anything regarding fulfillment is probably going to be a need of somebody who doesn't use FBA. Brand coverage. So this brand only has one, the more that they have, the more likely they are to be an agency type of seller where they have exclusive relationships with brands. So companies that have more brands, they might have trouble managing all of those listings. So maybe you're really good at optimizing listings. You could go after people that have higher brand coverage. So maybe people with a minimum of 100 brands. And then, anything that if I was trying to sell to anybody, I would probably start with the people that have been having a slowdown recently. So in all these growth filters, we could say, I want people that have been experiencing consistent decline for the past little while. And, I can set minimums so that I know I want to go after big companies. So this will show everybody that does $1 million a month that's been, and that's no one right now. Big companies just do well, man. Maybe I'll go with 10,000 as a minimum, just so I know I'm not getting anything incredibly obscure. Yeah, but nobody with only 10,000 would be covering 100 brands. So let's get rid of that. And here we go. Here are some top selling folks who just have not been having a good year. Now, maybe that's because they're coming down from a huge high when the pandemic started last year. And we can confirm that by looking at their seller history. So, if they're really just back to a normal level, maybe they haven't really experienced decline, they were just at, massive growth for whatever reason, and then they plateaued again. We need to know that just so that if you do try to reach out to them, you're not claiming that they're in serious decline when really they're quite comfortable. And what we have here, we can look at just the past 30 days. So, this shows the 30-day feedback count. So over the past 30 days on each of these days, it shows how many reviews they had gotten in the past 30 days. So if it's consistent, it means that they are consistently getting the same number of reviews, and that's the key. We can go back a year, and we can see that things kind of have been up and down. This company did not have that great of a fourth quarter, it looks like, but that might just be because they're seasonal and they know that the early summer months are their best time. Seasonality is critical to understand if you are gonna be using the growth filters. It looks like they really haven't been as good lately as they used to be. So that could be a good option for somebody to approach with something to help them improve their sales. Maybe you're an agency, and so you can help improve all their listings. Maybe you have some of those fulfillment services that we talked about behind the scenes, and you can help them save a little bit of money on their fulfillment. Lots of ways to think about this. So if you do find something that works, a set of filters that have pointed you to a lot of good companies, make sure that you save them. So you can name this, companies in decline. There we go, that's my filter. And now anytime I want to come back here, if that's cleared out, there we go, it'll reapply them for me.